Hey everybody, welcome back to the Field Test Dummies channel. Today we're going to be going over my personal go bag. I want to tell you a little bit some of the things that I carry on me every day, my EDC. This bag stays on me at all times. That way if something were to go down, I could be prepared for that situation. So let's just jump right into it. First off, the bag itself is an old Army bag that I got when I was in the military. And it's got a digital camo, and it's got your molly gear on the outside. It's also got a spot inside here for a camelback, if you want to put a camelback in here. I don't have a camelback in this one. I have another bag. It's my 72-hour bag. That's my my camelback bag. I may get a camelback for this. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see if I end up getting one or not. A little bit about the outside here. On the outside I've got a battery powered chem light, and what I use this for is kind of like a low light option. Like if I need to look at a map or something like that at night, if I need to mark something, I could just set this on. It's a low light option, that way it's not going to alert a whole lot of people. I got earplugs. I got my little earplug pouch here in case I ever get in a firefight. I want to have that hearing protection so I don't go deaf. And then also here on the side, which I've got strapped in, is maps. This is my atlas, and inside this atlas case is my lensatic compass. That way I can navigate and plan my routes that way. Inside this atlas is the map of Indiana. And I've got mapped in here a couple different routes from my job to my house. So pretty much this bag is just getting me back to my house. That way I can get to my stuff here, because I have most of my stuff here for my preparedness, and this bag just is going to get me home. So I got my maps here just in case. Also on the outside I have this carabiner in case I need to something up. Let's go ahead and get on the inside here. We'll go to this front pouch. First aid kit. This is very important in case you get hurt or you come across someone that has been hurt. I've got inside this, I've got gauze pads, I've got medical tape, scissors. Let's see what else I've got in here. Sterile gauze pads, alcohol. Pretty much your basic first aid kit. I do not have any suturing, and I do not know how to do that yet, so I want to learn that skill and then eventually have that stuff in here to where I can sew up somebody if need be. So there's my first aid kit. Got a box of 9mm ammo for my handgun, and utility axe, a little hatchet, 550 cord. Also I have wire cutters in case I come across a fence that I need to get through and I can't get over it. Say there's barbed wire on top, I can just cut through the fence and then get around it that way. I have a multi-tool here from Stanley. And this also has a cutter on it too if these don't get the job done. And it's got a couple different things inside of it. Saws, files, screwdrivers, just your basic tools you'll need. It's always good to have one of these things around. Nice Leatherman, Okay, so that's it for the front pouch. Now, we'll do the top front. I got a flashlight. It's got a strobe and a red dot on it. It's good to have a flashlight so you can see what you're doing. Binoculars. If I need to spot something from far away or just kind of, do some scouting, say you just never know. It could be, if we get invaded by another country, you're going to want to see stuff from a distance. You're not going to want to get up on it. So that's why I have these here, just for that extra view. I got bug repellent here. It's good to have some bug repellent You're out there trucking through the woods. For instance, my work's 30 miles from my house. So if I'm trucking through the woods and I'm getting ate up by, horse flies and mosquitoes and what have you, it's good to have this to propel them off. Let's see, I got a Ziploc bag here full of, it's got paper, it's got pins, it's got some spoons, a lighter in case I need to start a fire, and it's got my dog tags in here. It's an extra set of dog tags, so if something were to happen to me, somebody comes across my body, they'll know who I am. And so there's that. I got 2 extra magazines for my 9mm. Also, I have 2 in my vehicle too, so I have a total of 4 magazines on me at all times. I've got some pouches of tuna here. This is a good source of protein and a quick snack to eat on the go. So I've got 4 of these. In case I need to, stay the night somewhere. You just never know if you're going to get hung up somewhere. You got to stay the night in the woods. So, you never know. You want to keep some food on you. That way you can, replenish yourself. That way you have energy to move on the next morning. All right, going inside the main pouch here, I've got a small utility knife, and then on it is a fire starter, so I can throw some sparks in a fire if I have to, if my lighter's not working for some reason. Alright, I've got an MRE, extra food source. So there's my food, tuna, MRE. Then I've got, for my water source, I've got a Life Straw bottle. And pretty much what I do is, I'll carry a bottled water in here as well, and this. So I'll use the bottled water first, and then if I come across a stream or something, I'll scoop up some water out of the stream, put this back on here, and I'll just throw it back in the bag and I'll have it for later. So that's a good source of water right there. Life Straw Go Bottle. I definitely recommend this. Also, they make a Life Straw that it doesn't have the bottle, but it's just the straw, and you can stick it in the water and suck the water out. Those are good too. But the reason I went with this instead of that straw is because you're not always going to have that water source to suck water out of. So it's nice about this is you have the water source with you if you need it. So kind of food for thought there. Here I have my emergency radio. This thing charges my cell phone. It's solar powered, it's crank powered, it's battery powered. It's got weather band emergency stations on here. It's got AM, FM, and I've actually tested this. There's another video about this. It's the Eaton FRX3. I have another video of this that I did. If you're interested in that, check that out. It's a pretty neat thing to have. So that way I can have information, from the emergency weather bands. Also, I've got a small roll of duct tape here. I'll go ahead and open this up. So there's the emergency radio. I've got a solar powered backup charger for my cell phone, or also it'll charge this emergency radio too. Let's see, I've got this roll of duct tape I was telling you about. Here it is. And what I did was I just took duct tape and rolled it up. And this is good to have. You never know when you're going to need some duct tape. It's always good to have that. Then I've got a waterproof case here. It's got all my electrical components for this. It's got my charger. It's got some batteries for this, some AAA batteries for this. So there's that. Then also, I've got about 70 feet of 550 paracord right here. And it's rolled up in a Cobra roll right now. So if I ever needed that, I could just unravel this and use it. Like, let's say, I'm trying to get home to my family. It's an emergency. I'm trying to get home. I'm stuck out overnight. So I've got to make camp. So what I'll do is I'll set up my tent. I got a small tent. I'll show it to you here in a second. I'll set up my camp, set my tent up, and I'll unravel this cord here. And then what I'll do is I'll set this up in a perimeter around my camp, and then I'll put, you ever see those little firecrackers when you pull them, they pop? And what I'll do is I'll set those up on this, and if someone were to walk into my campsite, it's going to pull that firecracker apart and just make all kinds of rackets. So that way I've got some kind of a security perimeter around my camp. So that's kind of what that's for. Also, you can use this for shelters or tying things together or what have you. And here's this tent I was telling you guys about. It's made from a company called Tech Sport, and it's a camouflage trail tent is what it is, and it weighs 3.5 pounds. It's a pretty neat little tent, and it fits in the bag pretty good. I just have to leave one of the zippers up a little bit, but other than that, it fits real good, and it's good to have if you need to stay the night somewhere and you need a shelter. This is just something quick you can put up, something you can take back down and pack up, throw back in your bag. It only weighs 3.5 pounds. It's supposed to be flame retardant too. So me and John, we're going to be testing this, so keep an eye out for that video. We're going to do all the tests, rain, wind, fire, all that stuff, just to kind of put this thing through the ringer. So stay tuned for that. Also, I got a rain jacket that I keep in here to keep the rain off me when I'm marching around out there. Some of the things I like to see in this bag that I don't have in here yet, I'd like to see a tourniquet. I don't have a tourniquet yet, and I'd like to get a tourniquet for my med bag, and then also some bigger bandages, like abdominal bandages, and just bigger, stuff that'll handle bigger wounds. So there's a couple things there I'd like to see in here. If you guys see anything that I may have left out of here, if you'd like to see me add to my bag, feel free to hit me up in the comments down there. I'm always liking suggestions and just kind of ideas floating around. So also, if you guys want to see anything that I have here in depth, let me know down in the comments, and maybe I can get you that info. And then yeah, so that's my go bag. And I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. You guys have a good day.